Hi, this is Karen Berka, host of Branson Radio Live. If this COVID thing is getting to you, I think I just might have the right antidote for you. I have decided to post my Branson Radio Live shows on YouTube for all of our loyal listeners and visitors that come to Branson from all over the world. I'm hoping these YouTube posts will bring you some joy while seeing your favorite entertainers again, with lively interviews and some music they'll perform for you, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So please enjoy the shows, but don't forget to comment in the comments section. Tell me what you like and who you would like to see. This is my way of just sharing Branson Radio Live with you, some of the old shows, and bringing in some new when the time is right, once we heal from all this COVID. And so when things get back to normal, until then, I'll keep posting updates on Branson. So please enjoy the shows, and God bless you. Stay safe and healthy until we meet again. Welcome back to Branson Radio Live, to our archive shows. This show was recorded August 10th of 2009. Here you'll get to enjoy the Redhead Express, and they are really a great group of the Walker family of Palmer. And you'll hear Kendra, Elisa, Megan, and Lorraine, and they've got a big family, April, Brett, and Ammon, Sean, and Joseph. The whole family, they travel across the United States from Pennsylvania to Texas, and you get them here live on Branson Radio Live. Enjoy.
More days to labor, and I'm gonna take my heavenly flight. Beulah land, I'm longing for you, and someday stand where my home shall be eternal. Beulah land, sweet Beulah land. Beulah I'm longing for you, and someday on thee I'll stand where my home shall be eternal. Beulah land, sweet Beulah land. Beulah land.
Oh, my, isn't that pretty? The Redhead Express. Oh, my goodness. You know, I saw your show here a while back, and I was really entertained by you. You have dinner and a show, is that right?
Actually, we at the old theater, they had dinner right before our show, but that was the Circle B supper show. That wasn't our show.
Oh.
And our show was right after theirs. But we're now at the Dutton Family Theater, which is on the Strip.
Wonderful. How did you graduate over there?
I think we just got lucky or blessed or something.
God has a way of doing that, doesn't he?
He does, and we don't complain, we don't argue, we're just grateful.
Well, I want you all to sit down with me here for a minute, and we're going to talk about how the Redhead Express got started. And let's see, if we can just, there's a seat right there, Mama, Daddy, if you can sit down, and you've got priority here. You started all this.
There you have it.
Let's get some microphones to you here, and just pull one of those out, and we'll talk a little bit about the Redhead Express and how you got started. Now, you're not originally from here. You're from Alaska, as I understand it.
That's right. We're all the way from Palmer, Alaska.
Oh, my goodness. What did you do in Alaska for a profession?
Bought and sold real estate.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, there's plenty of that here going around, too, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
So, but what made you didn't get started until 2006.
Yeah.
And so tell us, I mean, you know, because here you are in Branson, Missouri. It's only been a few short years. So, I mean, you've had to really put on the locomotive steam to get, you know, that notoriety that you've gotten so far. So, Mama, let's have your name and name the kids, and then we'll talk about how you got started.
Okay, we got a lot of kids, but I'm April, and They tell me I'm 24, and my husband Brett is 26, and somehow we got 7 kids.
You look very young, both of you.
Thank you very much.
You suppose it's music that keeps you looking young?
I think so. It makes us happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
The oldest daughter is Kendra. She's 19, and then Lorraine is 18, Elisa's 16, Megan's 13, and I got 3 little boys that aren't with us today.
My
they're
goodness.
10, 8, and 6, but they're all part of the show.
They are. And what do they do in the show?
The boys, they play the fiddle. The oldest plays the banjo, the second oldest plays the mandolin, and the 6-year-old plays the upright bass.
Now, who got you started? I hear you were mentored by a school teacher that got you started in the music business. Who was that?
Well, actually, I think we got started because my mom had a dream that she couldn't fulfill. And I'm 9 of 10 kids, and she always wanted a family band. We were very musical, but we couldn't get it together as a band. And she passed away just before I met my husband.
Oh, my.
And I guess I carried that dream in my heart for a long time, till it was about 2 years ago when Brett asked me, what would I do if we had all the money we needed, we could do anything we want? And I said, I would love to take the family out on the road and go study this roots music of America that we've fallen in love with. So we sold everything we had in Alaska.
Oh, my goodness.
Rented out our new house and headed on the road.
That was a big decision, wasn't it?
It was.
So how did you go about that? I want to hear the details. Do you want to hear the details and how that happened? Let's hear it. Yeah.
Well, in terms of going on the road, my wife wanted to get out among the people who had learned this music for generations, and so we decided to take a tour of the South and the Appalachian Mountains, the Ozark Mountains, and that's what we did. We bought a 38-foot RV, a 27-foot trailer, and a dog, and we headed. We got to have the dog, and we headed off down the road. We started our self-planned tour, and then we spent, for example, 2.5 months in Nashville, Tennessee. We were all over the Appalachian Mountains, meeting people and learning from them. We learned the old mountain style of banjo from a man out in Virginia who grew up in northern Alabama, a place called Sand Mountain Holler, and we learned vocal training from Kathy Chiavala in Nashville, Tennessee.
Because she said we sounded like a nice church choir when we started, but we wanted to sound a little more like bluegrass.
So you were really honing your craft as you went along,
We have been.
learning from that area what that type of music sounded like, and rehearsed and rehearsed. Is that right?
Oh, you bet.
We had to unlearn a lot before we could learn.
And that's the hardest part sometimes.
Well, what's really neat is the kids have such a passion for learning, and they all want it, and so a lot of people ask if we pushed our kids, and the reality is they all want it probably more than we do, and we just try to clear the way and make it possible. So
I see the girls when they're performing here, and they're nothing but bubbles and smiles. They really enjoy what they're doing. You can see it all over them.
No kidding.
And now you have went from Alaska and all over. Where all have you been?
Wow. Well, we started in California and worked our way across the South, ended up in North and South Carolina, Georgia, all the way to Florida, and then we went all the way up to Virginia. And since then, we ended up in Branson last summer, and that's another story. I don't know how that happened, but we're happy to be here. We are here during the week, and we tour on the weekends, anywhere from Minnesota to Texas to Virginia to Ohio. It just depends.
My goodness. Now, when you first started out, how many of you knew how to play an instrument?
Well, we had a couple of instruments. The guitar was fairly new. You'd had it about a year. My oldest had it about a year. We'd been introduced to the banjo, which I remember when she wanted the banjo. It was about 5 years ago, and I asked her, I said, what in the world would you use a banjo for? And it was about 2 years later, she had not given up that dream, and so we bought her one. So she's had it about 3 years, but she could only kind of sort of plunk at it at that point when we got introduced to this music.
Now, let's hear from her and her experience in playing the banjo. And let's have your name so the audience knows you personally.
I'm Lorraine. I'm the 18-year-old. And we had a neighbor in Alaska. He played the old mountain-style clawhammer banjo. I didn't know what that meant, but I thought it sounded cool. And so I asked my dad, and when I finally did get one, it was hard to learn until I had a teacher, because there's so many strings.
How really involved difficult. Is it? Give people a little overview of what it's like to play the banjo.
Well, if you practice 3 hours a day, you could probably get it down in a year.
I'm going to hold this for you, and I want to hear what you sounded like when you first started.
Oh, no. Okay, here's what first song I ever learned. all I knew.
And that was without her picks. She was using her fingers for that.
My goodness, I didn't even notice that. But yeah, where's your pick?
They're on my banjo case.
Oh, I see. So you stick them down in there, huh? So what do you like most about the banjo?
I like it because it's a happy instrument. It's just the happiest instrument you could ever play. I can't help but smile when I play it.
What do you like most about entertaining with your family?
Because I get to be with my family.
What's it like growing up in a family such as you have, as far as education and music and all the roads you've traveled?
Well, I guess it's like a dream come true. We get to perform together. We're all homeschooled. And so we help each other with the music. We help each other living in the RV and keeping it clean. It's not easy, but it's definitely worth it.
That's wonderful. Now, let's talk to April, your mama. And so you've raised how many children now? 1, 2, 3, 4...
Seven kids.
7, my goodness. Wow, so you homeschool them as well.
Yeah.
So what's that been like?
Well, that was a choice I made a long time ago, so it just made it easier to leave when we decided to go out on the road, because nobody was tied down to school or to a lot of friends, so it was easy to take off.
It was almost mandatory, wasn't it, to get that job done?
Yeah, that's true.
So being the mother of all these children, what I mean, you know, a lot of people say, wow, that's a lot of children. How did you do it?
One at a time.
One at a time. No twins in there.
No twins. No. Actually, I think as you have more kids, they all help out and it gets easier. So I have 4 mamas in the house besides me, which helps a lot.
And Dad, I don't know, you're not totally outnumbered, but close.
I finally got my boys at the end, right?
Yeah.
They keep me company.
So what do you do for recreation other than music? I mean, you go
Well, right
out
after the show, we're going to go swimming.
Are you really?
Yeah, fishing, I would say, most likely would be the best answer. When we were in Alaska, we went fishing all the time. All the girls you see here have pulled in at least a 30-pound king salmon there in Alaska.
Is that a fact?
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, let's hear from you. And you pronounce your name. I wanted to say Alicia, but is that right?
Alisa.
Alisa. Well, I was close. What do you like entertaining about entertaining?
Well, I like it. I like playing the music. I really do. I love fiddle because it's just kind of a free instrument and you can play around with it a lot. And I like meeting different musicians.
That's fun too, isn't it?
It is.
Well, when you first started playing the fiddle, what was that like for you?
At first I didn't know that if you how to get the different notes, you had to put your fingers down.
Okay.
So I figured that out, and then...
Well, now I got your sister, so now I got to get you. What was it like when you first played? That's a masterpiece.
Thank you very much.
Do you play other instruments other than the fiddle?
Yes, I play the mandolin and piano, and I like to play around with other instruments. So.
All right. Well, as you progress with the fiddle, now what do you sound like here? Great, folks. I love it. Now we got a little gal over here on guitar, so let's have a little visit with her. Now, what's your name?
Kendra.
Kendra, you're sure a pretty girl.
Thank you.
All of you are kind of red-headed, aren't you? Maybe
Yeah,
thus
I guess,
the name.
I guess. I don't know. Try and figure that one out.
So now here you are, and you play guitar. What other instruments do you play?
We all actually started on piano about the age of 5, so I play piano, and then we picked up fiddle. So I play a little bit of fiddle. And then guitar kind of took over.
And you like that? Is that your favorite?
I do.
Okay, when you first started, what could you tell us about guitar people that are trying to learn how to play?
Just listen to and imitate anything you hear. You know, pick your favorite artists, and if you want to sound like them, then just play whatever you can that they've done. I like to go on YouTube or on Rhapsody and listen to anything Tony Rice did or Brian Sutton and just
So you're
mimic until I
constantly
learn.
honing your craft?
Yeah.
Okay. And so what was it like when you first started out playing guitar? Was it a disaster or?
Pretty much.
Okay. Here you go. Just chording, huh?
Yep, just
okay. So and then you got into playing
flat picking.
Yeah, let's hear a little bit of that. Wow, listen to that. So how many hours of practice? What are rehearsals like, by the way, with all of you?
Stressful at times, but we get them in whenever we can. I mean, ideal would be if I could practice all day. It'd be great. You know, I get the more hours you get in, the better you get.
Sometimes with a group rehearsal, it's too many cooks in the kitchen, and then we have to decide who picked the song, and they could be in charge.
Yeah, now see, that's the thing, too. You've got to produce your show. So how do you select your songs for that show?
I would say that my husband and my oldest daughter, Kendra, who you just heard, and I work together to choose the songs. Mm-hmm. We hear something someone else did or something on the radio, or Kendra is our songwriter, and several of our songs are from her.
That's what I was going to ask. You do have original music in your show.
Yeah. I've written probably a dozen songs so far. I just started about a year ago, so we do maybe 3 or 4 of them in the show.
How did you know you had that gift?
I didn't. I really, really wanted to write music. It was kind of something that popped in my head a couple years ago. I thought that would be fun, but I didn't think that I could. I didn't know how you would come about writing a song. And a friend of mine from school said, I just start, just try it. And one day I just had an idea and kind of ran with it, and it just kind of
evolved, and now
came out.
Voila, you're a songwriter and putting those songs in the show. Isn't that wonderful?
It's a lot of fun.
I want you to play another song. We're going to come back and talk, take a commercial break, and get a little bit more about your family history, okay?
All right.
The Redhead Express, everybody.
All right, we're going to do a little old-timey banjo fiddle music. So the banjo player is not wearing her pick. She's playing the clawhammer banjo. This is called Jack Reel.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Redhead Express. We'll be right back after our next commercial break. Best Buy is Branson Radio Live's major sponsor. Best Buy, a global family of brands, an industry leader with more than 40 years of history, but that's not really what Best Buy is about. Best Buy is about people just like you. And yeah, we know every company says they're about people, but Best Buy really means it. And we know from firsthand experience by the equipment that they provided so we can stream Branson Radio Live to you. Offering a world of electronic products, you can find everything you need for home, business, and more at Best Buy in Branson, Missouri. So be sure and check out Best Buy on our website, BransonRadioLive.com, and here in Branson at 977 Branson Hills Parkway, Branson, Missouri. You can call them too at 417-336-6979. Again, that's 417-336-6979. It's Best Buy for all your electronic needs. And the Redhead Express is here, and we are so excited to have you here at the Uptown Cafe on Branson Radio Live. Now, I wanted to ask you a couple more questions. You incorporate your songs, you're a songwriter, and you're over at
the Dutton Theater.
And what are your show times?
Tuesday at 5 o'clock and Thursday at 2 o'clock this month.
You know, I wanted to ask you something, too. You know, what I'm hearing here is that you got to Branson, Mama, but you don't know exactly how. What's the story behind that?
Well, originally we came here a year ago, May, and we were just here to take part in Silver Dollar City's single mic competition. Somebody saw our web presence and, you know, pictures and bio information and songs, and they liked what we sounded like and looked like and said, I think you'd be a perfect fit for our theater. Would you come to Branson? And we said, well, no, I've never been there, but we'll check it out when we get to Silver Dollar City.
What did you think of Silver Dollar City?
Oh, I love Silver Dollar City. I think the kids love it, and we've played there now 3 times since then.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
And you know, Silver Dollar City has a lot to offer. I just want to put in a little plug for Silver Dollar City because they were some of the, the pioneer work here in Branson to get tourists to come here. What would you say about working at Silver Dollar City and inviting people to come to Silver Dollar City?
Well, I love how they have festivals. Each season has a new festival. Of course, my favorites are the Bluegrass Festival in May, and then the Harvest Festival, and the Southern Gospel Festival. Those are my 3 favorites, but they've got so much good music, good food, good entertainment all the time.
Well, we're very blessed to have you here. Now, I always ask my guests, what was the most embarrassing moment for you on stage? Can anybody speak up on that?
I think there's probably too many.
Just share something.
Oh, goodness. Oh, we were out doing a little promoting and got up just to do a quick song, and Elisa's fiddle broke in half.
Not the
there.
fiddle, but the bow.
Excuse me, the bow. The bow just popped in half. And so
That happened twice.
So you keep a pair and a spare now?
Well, I guess this could be a good idea.
Well, now, I was listening to you. I want you to play another song. We'll visit just a little bit more about your background and how you stay strong as a family, okay? So what you've got picked for us right now?
This is one of my originals. It's actually the first one I ever wrote. It's called Movin', and it's nothing about our life.
The Redhead Express.
Not enough time in a day, not enough days in a year. Never can seem to get it all done. Better get myself back in gear. Oh, I just keep moving on to the next thing. Don't know how to slow it down. Oh, I just keep moving on and on. Won't somebody please help me out? I'm like a rumbling train, yeah, that can't be stopped, like a busy buzzing bee in the hive. Just spinning around and around and around. Look at how the scenery flies on by. While we just keep moving on to the next thing. Don't know how to slow it down. Oh, we just keep moving on and on. Won't somebody please help me out? No time to relax, no time to play. Honey, that would be a crime. Just one job done, then another begins. Just a moving on down the line. You know, I hear tell of an easy life, just chilling in a sweet sunny day. But I ain't never seen her done it yet. Still got a million things just coming my way. Oh, still got a million things just coming my way. The trees and the streets are paved with gold. Maybe then we could all press pause. For now we just keep moving on to the next thing. Don't know how to slow it down. Oh, we just keep moving on and on. Won't somebody please help me out?
That song's from the heart, isn't it?
Thank you.
So what would you say, girls? You know, what keeps you strong as a family? Do you ever quarrel, ever have any squabbles? You know, I mean, with all girls, I mean, there's got to be something somewhere that you have to disagree or then agree to disagree.
Perfect. We never
Perfect.
fight.
Everything perfect, huh?
No. Well, we have our disagreements, but we all love each other, and I think what keeps us together is that we're all working towards a common goal.
And what is that common goal?
To learn the music and to perform, and I think just to improve ourselves and improve our skills in every aspect of our lives, you know.
You love to entertain audiences. I see that.
We do,
and you
yeah.
love songwriting. I can see that. And you're a great songwriter. I love your song. That's beautiful. And so, you know, when you go out on the road, you go out how many times during the month?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, in a regular month, we go out every weekend. We're only going out 2 weekends in August, but September, October, and November, we'll have sometimes 4 or 5 shows in one weekend on the road.
Yeah, and you know, you're not only just singing and entertaining, you're also marketing and promoting yourselves. And so, Dad, what you got to say about that?
Well, that would be my job.
I thought so.
Yeah, we love it. It's a lot of fun. We've the girls have a goal of being known on a national level, and so we don't know exactly how that'll happen, and I don't think anybody ever does. But we're just getting out and having a great time doing it. We talked to in fact, we just booked with a concert series starting 2010, 2011, and
tell us about that.
Oh, we're very excited about that. We'll be it'll be a Midwest concert series, and we'll be doing 3 different runouts. One for about a month, one for about a month and a half, and another one for about 2 weeks. So
that's exciting stuff.
Yes, that's
isn't
exciting.
It? In just a short 3 years, this is what you've accomplished. What do you attribute that to?
We're amazed. Well, we just know we're blessed right now that this must be a direction that we're going is a good direction for our family, and because you know, it's as someone asked me the other day, they said, "You guys are working so hard. This just must be a lot of hard work. It must be challenging." And I said, "Wait a minute." I said, "Have you ever taken a vacation?" The guy says, "Oh yeah." I said, "Do you just hate it when you have to come home?" He says, "No, I love my vacations." I said, "Well, we're on vacation." A
constant vacation. What is on the horizon for you? What do you hope to accomplish?
Well, the girls have some goals. You know, as a family, they've all said they want to play on the Grand Ole Opry. And they want to play at the Ryman, so that means we got a long way to go. So, and those are some of the things they want to travel worldwide, do some. They want to go to Ireland, and they want to go over to different parts of Europe, and even Australia, I think, is one of the goals. So.
Well, that's really wonderful, and I think you're going to accomplish everything you set out to do. You got a strong bond of love. Now, I ask, what keeps your family strong?
Wow, that's I'd say that has to do with unselfishness. You know, each time we find ourselves being selfish, we have to. Each one of us has to recognize that and then change that and find a way to share.
And you know, I remember when Kendra was 8 years old, and this is another long story that I'll sum up.
No, go ahead.
A friend of mine brought to us a video of the Dutton family. She said, "These are my cousins. You've got to watch this. I think you'll love it," because she knew I was a musician, and I was getting my kids into singing and playing the piano. So we watched the Duttons' first video that they had done in Branson, and we played it and played it and played it until we had to splice it together. The kids fell in love with the Dutton family, and they said, "You know what? They look like they're having so much fun. We want to do that." And so we didn't know how we were going to do it, but we just started taking lessons and learning our instruments, and lo and behold, things kind of come full circle, and here we are at the Dutton Theater.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Isn't that something? That is quite miraculous, really.
It really is, yeah. But I think back then we kind of sat down as a family. We read Stephen Covey's great book about families learning how to make mission statements, and we made a mission statement together, and our biggest goal was that we wanted to sing together. And once we decided that as a family, then I think everybody just knew that this is what we do, and there's no question. It's kind of like raising a farm, but we raise instruments. Everybody on the same page. And so, you know, you have your favorites in music. I'm going to ask the girls, what's your favorite type of music?
I don't know that I have a favorite. I love jazz and blues, and I think I tend to put that when I write. My favorite singers are Eva Cassidy, Alison Krauss.
Oh, yeah.
Are my favorites.
Yeah, she's good. What about you?
I go with jazz and blues, too, and I also like bluegrass.
All right. And what about back here?
Definitely bluegrass and jazz.
Okay, and there's somebody back over here that she's standing with this big old bass file. You know, my brother started playing bass file. I remember him having to carry that to and from school in the dead of winter in the ice and snow. So what's your history with your bass file here?
Well, I played a little bit in the band before we got, really serious and stuff, and I wanted to learn an instrument, and this is the only one left, and I love it.
So what was it like learning this big thing? I mean, because it's bigger than you for sure.
Yeah.
So when you first started out playing, was it hard to play, or?
It wasn't that hard to learn. I think it's one of the easier instruments.
So now you're glad you got it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Mom, if there's anything that you want audiences to know about you and your family, what would it be?
Boy, I think that we love people, and we love to share the idea that families can be together and do something that they love together and get along and be happy.
And Dad, how about you?
What do I want to share with them?
Yeah.
Well, I want to share that if you have a dream, you can go get it. And, a lot of people think that I got to wait till I retire or I got to wait till I have enough money. And I'd always thought that. But I had a paradigm shift about 2 years ago, and I realized that what if I could just do what I loved right now? And what if I could make all the money I wanted doing what I love? And until I opened my mind to that, I was just working. So that's what I'd share, is that you can do what you love. You can do it now.
So what song would you like to share as parting and let the audiences know where they can find you and where you perform and the hours of your show? So let's tell them one more time where they can find you.
Well, you can find us at the Dutton Theater, usually in the daytimes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's the Dutton Family Theater, right on the Strip. And we're going to end with a special number. This is a number that my daughter wrote, and I think you're really going to like it. It's about taking a vacation, and folks, this is a place that I'd like to go.
Okay. The Redhead Express, everybody.
I want to take a vacation to heaven. I want to walk right through those pearly gates. Forgiveness and mercy, love and compassion. I want to book a vacation to that place. In this world of sin and strife, my faith is tested and tried. My knees sink down from the weight of this heavy load. Heavy load. A place where souls can be free if you walk His way and believe. Hallelujah, Lord, I want to be there today. I want to take a vacation to heaven. I want to walk right through those pearly gates. Forgiveness and mercy, love and compassion. I want to book a vacation to that place. Don't know how a soul can survive such confusion on every side. People cheating, hurting, fighting, doing wrong. But there's a mansion home up above where we live together in love. Hallelujah, Lord, I want to be there today. I want to take a vacation to heaven. I want to walk right through those pearly gates. Forgiveness and mercy, love and compassion. I want to book a vacation to that place. I want to book a vacation to that place. I want to book a vacation to that place. I want to book a vacation to that place. I want to book a vacation to that place. I want to take a vacation to heaven. I want to walk right through those pearly gates. Forgiveness and mercy, love and compassion. I want to book a vacation that way. I want to book a vacation to that place.
The Redhead Express, everybody, here at the Uptown Cafe. Aren't they a wonderful family? Be sure and go over and see them at the Duttons. And we're just so overjoyed that you could be with us today. Thank you so much. And up next, we've got Rachel Parker. We introduce her to our Branson Radio Live audience. But first, a word from our sponsors. Best Buy is Branson Radio Live's major sponsor. Best Buy, a global family of brands and industry leader with more than 40 years of history, but that's not really what Best Buy is about. Best Buy is about people just like you. And yeah, we know every company says they're about people, but Best Buy really means it. And we know from firsthand experience by the equipment that they provided so we can stream Branson Radio Live to you. Offering a world of electronic products, you can find everything you need for home, business, and more at Best Buy in Branson, Missouri. So be sure and check out Best Buy on our website, BransonRadioLive.com, and here in Branson at 977 Branson Hills Parkway, Branson, Missouri. You can call them too at 417-336-6979. Again, that's 417-336-6979. It's Best Buy for all your electronic needs. Oh, what an exciting day. Boy, weren't they great, the Redhead Express. Give them one more round of applause and a thank you for being with us here today. Now, you know, every once in a while we run across somebody that's new, a new talent, and I like to introduce them to you. And I met her actually for the first time today, but she's got quite a little history, no older than she is. So let's make Phil welcome Rachel Parker. Well, Rachel, have a seat here, and we'll just visit a little bit, and I'll get you a microphone. And we've been all over the map today, you know, with that big family, but we're going to talk to you just a little bit, and then she's going to get up and sing for you, okay? Is that all right with you? All right. Now, Rachel, gee whiz, you came here by a recommendation by Carol Lynn, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you tell us about Carol? How you know her?
Well, yesterday we were at the gym, and me and my mom were practicing singing, and we met them, and they said that they liked our singing and that we came here, and she wanted me to sing today, so we heard about them singing here, so I just came here and wanted to sing.
The word's getting out, is that what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
So now you are not from here in Branson, Missouri.
Oh, yeah. I'm
you are from here in Branson, Missouri. Okay. So now how did Carol hear you singing? Where were you when she first heard you? And I love your shoes.
Oh, thank
That makes
you.
me think of home, Kansas City.
Yeah,
home.
everyone says I look like
Nice,
Dorothy.
right, red, shiny shoes. So now she heard you where?
We were actually just practicing at the gym, and me and my mom were singing, and she said, "You guys sing really good." And so we just got in a conversation with her, and she said that she sang, and we were looking for a place for me to practice singing in front of an audience. So she said that we can come down here and sing for her.
Well, you know, I'm glad that she sent you, and we're going to have you get. How many songs did you bring to sing?
2 songs.
You brought 2 songs to sing. So now you are performing where? Anywhere right now?
Well, I just got back from an expo in Dallas, and I performed there, and I won singer-songwriter for my division.
Wonderful.
And I'm back home, and I'm just looking for a place to get comfortable and perform and just...
Does that sound familiar, Redhead Express? Just looking for a place to get comfortable. Well, let's put our hands together, and she's going to entertain a song for us right now. And then we're going to come back and talk to Rachel Parker here on Branson Radio Live. You want to set up your song and say anything about it?
I Hope You Dance from Leanne Womack. I hope you never lose your sense of wonder and get your fill to eat, but always keep that hunger. And may you never take one single breath for granted. And God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. And promise me that you'll give faith the fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. to sit it out or dance. I hope you 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 still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. And promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, dance. I hope you dance.
Isn't she great? Well, how about that? Rachel Parker. Honey, how old are you?
13.
13 years old. Well, let's have another round of applause for that. My goodness sakes. Why don't you grab a seat over there? I want to ask you a few questions, and I'm sure people want to get to know you. And so when did you start singing, honey?
When I was 6 years old, I started singing in church and in school plays and mostly anywhere I could be able to sing or perform.
Now, this is something that apparently you wanted to do. It kind of lived and breathed inside of you. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so your mom, she kind of helped you along the way. And I'm going to get Mom up here, too, because I want her to talk a little bit. You know, a lot of moms are proud of their kids and say, hey, my kid can sing, right? But let me tell you something, not all kids can sing. You know, and we want the best for our children, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. So introduce your mom to us. Will you do that?
This is my mom, Leah Parker.
Hi. Did she say Mia?
Leah.
Leah Parker. Well, so, Miss Leah Parker, your daughter can sing.
Thank you very much.
And what do you hope to accomplish for her?
Well, I just hope that Rachel is able to, you know, do things that she enjoys and loves in life. And I know that singing has been a passion for a long time with her, and I've just kind of waited and let her do it at her own pace. And she heard about a Model and Talent Expo open call, and it was kind of a last-minute thing, and I had actually gone into the grocery store, and if she had gone in with me, she wouldn't have heard it, but she said, no, I just want to sit in the car and listen to the radio. And when I came back out, it was, can I go, can I go? So I'm like,
and where was this going to be?
This was in Springfield, and we went, and she was picked by Miss Carrie Wolf, and we went to Dallas, and everything just kind of started from there. She got a call back from...
I'm going to ask you to keep that microphone right up close so we can hear you.
From Creative Artists Association, and she is going to be cutting a demo to send to them tomorrow, actually. So Disney actually was looking at Rachel, so we're excited.
How did they happen to hear about her?
There were 50 agents from around the world at the expo,
right?
And she got Elite Model Management, called her back, Disney and Creative Artists Association, Wolf Talent, Nashville Singer-Songwriters Association, Dollywood. But we're the most excited, I think, about Creative and Disney.
So, Rachel, boy, that's a mouthful right there. Now, how long have you been at this?
Since I was 6.
6. But professionally speaking, when first people started to know who you were and you got yourself introduced to the public, how old were you?
About, right now, this age.
Right now, that's what I'm thinking. So, you know, this is accelerating pretty quickly for you. How do you feel about that?
I really don't know what to feel. I didn't know that all of this was going to happen. I never imagined myself singing anywhere, getting to the point where I really am doing what I really want to do and love and making it to the public. So I'm really excited.
You should be, because not everybody gets those opportunities, you know. Do you want to make feel welcome your manager here? And she says, oh, no. But, you know, you're part of this. And, you know, well, see, she's not going to come to me, so I'm going to have to go to her. So that's it. Okay. Because we want, you know, to see how you market this young lady and have accomplished so much with her. What is your name?
My name's Carrie Wolf.
And it's so nice to have you. And thank you for bringing Rachel to us today.
Thank you. She's going to enjoy doing this throughout the rest of her life, actually.
How did you happen to meet her?
I actually found her in Springfield, and she went to the expo with us in Dallas. And she's got a world of opportunities open in front of her, and just wanting her to get used to being in her own local market and just getting out there and people starting to recognize who Rachel Parker is.
Have you managed others before?
Yes, absolutely.
You want to just kind of spill some names for us?
Oh, nobody would know. They're all commercial prints. She's actually my first singer.
Is
absolutely.
that right?
Yep. Absolutely.
And so you picked a good one, didn't you?
Absolutely. It's a long time coming. A lot of people think they can sing and they shouldn't. So it is a long time coming, yeah.
So what do you see in the future for her? How are you charting her course?
Rachel's probably going... I see Rachel alone on the stage, probably having a band behind her eventually. We have a lot of things that we have to work on, but I think, she trucks away at this. It's going to go a long ways for her. And I honestly think she'll probably be in Nashville. Absolutely.
So you're working towards that end? Are you devoting all your time and energy to her?
A good portion of it, yes.
Well, we're glad that you came here. Now, if they want to get in contact with you, how would they would do that?
They can just go to wolftalent@usa.com.
Okay, and is that in Springfield?
It's my email.
Okay.
Yeah. Say that again, please. It's wolftalent@usa.com.
All right. Thank you so much. Give her a nice round of applause. Isn't that nice for her to visit with us a little bit? We like to know a little bit of the inside scoop. But now, Rachel, do you think, now this is happening so quickly for you, and I know you love me. What all types of music do you like?
Mostly I love country and gospel, but I like to sing different things like slow or fast, like Christina Aguilera and some Mariah Carey and Carrie Underwood, and just a lot of different things.
A lot of different things. And, the Redhead Express still, they don't stick around for just anybody, but I think they want to hear you sing again. So are you ready to sing another number for us here on Branson
Yes,
Radio
ma'am.
Live? What song are you going to pick for us?
Beautiful by Carrie Job.
Okay, let's hear it for Rachel Parker here on Branson Radio Live.
Who you are.
Rachel Parker here on Branson Radio Live. Rachel, have a sit down here. I want to talk to you just a little bit more. Do you only want to play in Branson, Missouri for right now? Are you hoping to get a job here, or do you just want to sail right away to Nashville, Tennessee? What do you want to do?
Really, whatever God has for me. I'm just waiting to see what happens. I'd like to get a job in Branson. That'd be really awesome. But sooner or later, I'd like to get it out on a bigger scale and become a Nashville star, or just whatever God wants me to do.
Now, you're talking about God. What about, a lot of people say, well, how does that fit in? Is he your compass as far as making decisions?
Yes, he is. Because, the mostly thing I do is I figure out a song and I pray about it, and mostly all the songs that I sing are songs that my mom picks out because she just loves me to sing really slow and pretty songs, but mostly it's what God really wants me to sing, because God will show me the I Hope You Dance. When I was going to the expo, we were trying to figure out a song to sing, and all of a sudden my mom hears it in her head, and it was a perfect song for me to sing. It was on pitch. My mom knew the song, but she hasn't heard it in so long, so it was just really a God thing.
You know, the music industry is a wonderful place to be. And, if you handle it right. And it looks like to me you've got some good team players behind you. I was looking at your mama. She was just loving every minute of it, just adoring you while you sing. And, this is quite a roller coaster ride, Mama, because you better hang on to your hat, because I think some great things are going to happen with Rachel. And so are you prepared for that?
Well, I've tried to, my family, I try to keep them grounded in the Word and realize that we can go on a roller coaster ride, but as long as we know who's riding next to us, we're okay.
So now what does this mean for her schooling?
Well, Rachel has been going to a private Christian school, but we've done some homeschooling also, so if we have to go that route, it'll be okay.
Yeah, and so now here you are. Now you're concentrating on your career, and you got some a good source behind you, to help lift you up when sometimes you're down. What do you want a recording contract eventually? Why so much with the Grand Ole Opry? You want to be there? What generates that excitement in you that you want to be there?
Just the fact of doing what I love and performing it, and everyone it's always been a dream for me to sing. So being on stage and just doing what I love at such a young age, it just makes me happy.
Well, I can see that joy in your eyes, and when you sing, you're just totally you. Now, at 13 years old, there would be a lot of 13-year-olds that would be scared half to death to get up in front of an audience and sing, but you seem to be very, very comfortable.
Well, it's mostly all just knowing that not to be nervous because you're doing what you love. It's not like it's a bad thing you're up there. You're supposed to be happy, so just always think positive and just know that you're going to do a good job.
If and when you do become a success and you get all this wealth and all this notoriety, what are you going to do with it?
I'm not sure. Well,
it's bound to come.
It probably is, but mostly just whatever life brings to me and whatever happens, just always know that just God loves me and just do whatever God's plan for is for my life.
Well, you are so refreshing. Isn't she refreshing, everybody? I just love visiting with her because she's got new hope and new life, and you are something new that can go into the music industry and uplift people that you're around and for those that hear your music. If somebody wants to get a hold of you, how would they get a hold of you if they want to hire you to sing at a theater or for, just a... something here in town or anywhere? Where would they get a hold of you?
wolftalent.com.
Is that WOLF? wolftalent@usa.com. Is that right? Okay. And we really appreciate you being here. Don't we appreciate Rachel Parker being with us here on Branson Radio Live? You're a joy. Now, is there anything else that you would like to say to your audience? Is there anything else that you'd want them to know about Rachel Parker? Mama, what do you think?
I think that Rachel's just glad to be here. And we kind of stumbled across some people, and I don't actually think that was an accident. I don't think that there are too many coincidences in life. I think that it was, a divine appointment for her. And, we love Branson. We've been here for quite a few years now, and I think that to get her out into the market that we live in a great place for music. And I think that for her to have an opportunity to get started in a place like Branson would be awesome. And I think that it was just a divine appointment.
What do you like most about Branson, Missouri?
I like that it has a wonderful spiritual heritage and that it's a safe place and it's a beautiful place. There's a lot of things I like about Branson. Wonderful place to live.
Just one more thing to like and love is your daughter, Rachel Parker. Let's put our heads together and make sure that she knows you appreciate her being here today. And we wish her luck, don't we? We wish her well in her musical journey. So, Mom, you're going to have to come back and tell us what has happened with her and come on and visit from time to time. Would you do that?
We sure will.
All right. And, Rachel, anything else you want to say to your audience?
Thank you for having me here today, and I hope you all fulfill your dreams too.
Rachel Parker, everybody, Branson Radio Live. Sponsors, please.
You're listening to Branson Radio Live from Jackie B. Good's Uptown Cafe, located on Highway 165 here in Branson, Missouri. Stop by Jackie B. Good's Uptown Cafe when you're in town and enjoy not only the food, but a sampling of Branson's entertainment. Make your day at Jackie B. Good's Uptown Cafe. Make your electronic dreams a reality with Best Buy. From audio to video, from auto to home, CDs to cell phones, turn on the fun with Best Buy. Now back to our host, Karen Berka.
Well, I tell you, this show has been great. I've had a good time today. David Good is with me right now. He's the owner of the Uptown Cafe, Jackie B. Good's Uptown Cafe. And so, we have a wealth of talent on this show, and every time we do it, it's different. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, noon to 1:30. So share your thoughts on today.
Well, I thought that was a great show. It's really fun to have somebody new that's really trying to get a start. That's what we set out to do here by building the stage in the first place, was to have a place for people to come and play who may not have a place otherwise. And even in Branson, where we have a lot of theaters and a lot of stages, there still aren't a lot of stages for the unknown people.
That's right.
And that's why we have the American kids that come in on Tuesday night, and they're here from 6 to 8. And this is their stage to learn how to perform and work on their craft. And out of those, maybe we'll see some more stars come out of Branson. Branson, really a neat place. I was thinking as Rachel was performing, having grown up over in Coffeyville, Kansas, and we didn't have any theaters. We didn't have any real entertainers around town too much. You'd see a band come through, a dance band or something like that, but they weren't really real professional. They were local people. And it was kind of a faraway thing to think you could ever be on a stage or be a recording star or anything like that. That was for somebody else.
Yeah.
But in Branson, you have talent all over town. I mean, there's theater after theater. There are people that perform beautiful, wonderful shows. And that is one thing that's nice about being in Branson as a young person. You can see that it is possible to be on stage and to have that kind of career if you want it, rather than to do something maybe that you may not enjoy as much as that.
Well, David, we have yet to experience what's going to come out of this show here at the Uptown Cafe, but wouldn't it be wonderful if we launched a few careers along the way?
Well, I sure hope that's what happens. We certainly have had some great talent here, and there's certainly people capable of having some great careers.
Yeah,
and maybe that'll happen. I hope.
Oh, yeah. And last week, we want to take this time to thank all the area entertainers that have appeared here on this stage here at the Uptown Cafe on Highway 165 here in the heart of Branson, Missouri, and on Branson Radio Live. And David Good and myself, Karen Berka, the host, would like to thank you for joining us and being a part of this. Like last week, Friday, the Cowsills were wonderful. The Temptations were wonderful. James Garrett from the IMAX, just wonderful talent here in this area.
And the Duttons.
And the Duttons.
Right where the Redhead Express is performing now at their theater, and they were here last Friday as well. So we've had great shows come through, great performers, the Hughes Brothers, Six, Clay Cooper. We had the lead singers from Restless Heart. I mean, there's a huge group right there.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of #1 hit songs.
And David, it's not going to be long before we're on Springfield Web TV.
Yes, we've actually recorded the Friday show.
Yes,
and,
we did.
It'll be on Springfield Web TV.
That's a mouthful. Say that 3
Yes,
times.
And,
like say hello to Cliff out there if he's listening.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to doing more of that and just making it a bit bigger and better opportunity for everybody to come and share their talent, show the whole world what Branson has to offer. Opportunity to tell them, come down here and enjoy some of this. We've got a little bit of a rainy day today, but this is going to be a great week. If people out there are listening and wondering whether they should be coming to Branson this week, we're going to be in the 80s all week long. We're going to have what a great time to go out to Silver Dollar City and walk around and enjoy the outdoors and everything they have to offer, and all the shows that we have and all the other we talk about the shows a lot. We have a lot of other attractions. We got the go-karts that people just love to come and do. We've got all kinds of museums. We've got all kinds of cars. If you're a car person, we've got at least 2 big car museums here in town, with the 57 Heaven and the new car museum up on where the English Block used to be.
Gene Conrad came on our show one day and told us all about over 100 cars down there. It's fabulous.
So just so many things to do here. It takes a lot of visits here to see everything, really.
It sure does. And there again, we're here on Highway 165 right here in Branson, Missouri. We're going to invite Gary Welch to come up and sing one more song to take us out. But, David, you've got a wonderful menu here also at the Uptown Cafe, and people, can't say enough good. The corn dogs. I'm hearing a lot of exciting words about the corn dogs for crying out loud.
I don't know what's going on with the corn dogs, but yeah.
But we
have a great group in town called the Horn Dogs,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And maybe they're getting confused there, but I just put in a plug for, while we're waiting on Gary, I just put in a plug for our friend Bucky Hurd. Bucky is Jake Blues at the Legends in Concert show.
From the Blues Brothers.
From the Blues Brothers down at Dick Clark's American Bandstand Theater. And he's got a show that's going to go, I think, maybe just one more week. It's called Rockumentally. It's on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. I went and saw it last week, and it is a tremendous show. Just a great show. I hope that they're real successful with it and have an opportunity to put it on again next year, because it is really, really a great show.
Oh, he's a great talent. He surely is.
And Bucky also does a little thing in the evening on Saturday nights with a group called the Horn Dogs. It's a group of about, a dozen or 14 or so of the best players here in town. The guys that play in shows all over town, they come together on Saturday night, 11 to 1 o'clock. I think they're playing out the Taboo right now. And it's a fun time.
Oh, Branson's a fun place to be. And the Uptown is a fun place to be. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is when we do our shows here. And Gary's going to sing one more song, and then we're going to take Branson Radio Live out. We never like to end with just talking. We want some music and leave you with some humming in your heart. So, Gary, what you got planned for us?
I think I'm going to do a little Louisiana song called Louisiana Saturday Night. A little up-tempo.
All right. Gary Welch, everybody.
That way you can harmonize with me if you want. Just
certainly be happy to do that. Yes, I would.
Yeah.
So I'll just stay right up here on stage with you.
All righty. Sounds good. Appreciate everybody being here today. I'll be here tomorrow singing from 11:30 till about 2:30. So come back and see me. I'll be here on stage, picking and grinning.
Help us out now. Come on.
Well, you get down the fiddle and you get down the bow. You kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light. Louisiana Saturday night. Waiting in the front yard sitting on a log. Single shot rifle in a one-eyed dog. Yonder come a kinfolk in the moonlight. Louisiana Saturday night. Well, you get down the fiddle and you get down the bow. You kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light. Louisiana Saturday night.
Not bad for a first time.
No, it isn't. My brother Bill and my other brother Jack, belly full of beer and a possum in a sack. 15 kids in the front porch light. Louisiana Saturday night. When the kinfolks leave and the kids get fed, me and my woman gonna sip off to bed. Have a little fun when we turn out the light. Louisiana Saturday night. Well, you get down the fiddle and you get down the bow. You kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light. A Louisiana Saturday night. Yeah, you get down the fiddle and you get down the bow. You kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light. A Louisiana Saturday night. I said a Louisiana Saturday night.
Hey, Gary Welch, everybody. Branson Radio Live. It's time for us to check out of here.
Thank you.
Steve, take it away. Boy, this has been a great show, hasn't it, Gary?
It's been a wonderful show. You're doing a great job, Karen. I tell you what.
We're having a lot of fun.
It's wonderful.
And your talent is always wonderful on the stage.
Thank you so much.
And your help. And also with James Wilson here, my co-producer and associate, and Steve, our sound man. We're just grateful for this opportunity to be here at the Branson Radio Live show at the Uptown Cafe.
And you, Karen Berka, our host. Let's give her a big hand for such a fine job.
Thank you. Thank you. You be sure and join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from noon to 1:30 right here at the Uptown Cafe in the heart of Branson, Missouri. And our global audience, come and see us and listen to us and spread the word because we're here.
Absolutely. God bless all of you out there on the internet, Radio Land. And hey, let's pray for our troops overseas. In God's time, I know He'll bring them home.
That's
we just
right.
pray.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And God bless you, everybody. We'll see you next time, Wednesday on Branson Radio Live. I'm your host, Karen Berka, saying, be safe. See you next time. God bless.
Well, here's hoping you enjoyed the Branson Radio Live programming today. We'll be posting our shows every Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. And because we're not able to go to church like we used to, we're going to throw in some gospel on Sunday every once in a while. So be looking forward to those, and you can reminisce about your favorite entertainers. And bear in mind, some of the entertainers are here but not performing because of the COVID situation, but we'll keep you informed as to who's appearing here and when. Just reach out to me on my email at berkabroadcasting@gmail.com for any questions that you might have, and we'll respond accordingly. And by the way, if you like our BRL broadcast, be sure and hit the thumbs up like button, and you can hit the red button for subscribe, and we do ask you to please share with your friends. Remember that we love you. We want you to come into Branson when it's safe for you to do so, and so we'll keep you posted on the upcoming events here in Branson. So enjoy your day, be safe, and remember these shows are from 2009 on up, so they're not current day. They're just to reminisce with and just enjoy and just comfort you and give you a feel good. So thanks for listening. I do hope you enjoy the shows.